Hello guys, this is Deep Narayan Singh ready with one more video on SQL query based questions. So in this video, we are going to see the questions coming from the databases part and SQL part, different category of questions. I want to discuss a serious thing here. Listen students, friends and guys, we are dealing here a serious business. You cannot expect amusement like sorts in these videos. These videos are for uh, better preparation. So you might have to train your mind. How can you be there on the video for longer period of time? Because if you do not spend time on question solving, uh, I I can think that there is a problem while dealing actually those type of questions in final paper. So you have to have some patience and listen them properly. Check out all the examples which are given in it. If you find any difficulty in uh, understanding, please do write in comment, or just ask your teacher to whom you can approach for the clarification. But stay on the video if you are watching, so that you can get the concepts properly and solve a lot of problem in particular category that gives the confidence to solve that particular category type of questions. So without further ado, let us move ahead and discuss little bit of concept what we are going to discuss in this video concept. So we are going to discuss some SQL commands. So SQL is divided into four type of commands. First one is DDL, next one is DML, next one is DCL, and next one is TCL. DDL means for data definition language, DML means for data manipulation, DCL means for data control language, TCL means for transaction control language. DDL has three parts, that is create and alter, drop. DML has four parts. So the commands are select, insert, update and delete. DCL has three commands, that is commit, then you have grant and revoke. Then TCL has rollback and save point. That commit can also be utilized in TCL, that is transaction control language. So guys, we have to deal with only these two parts in details. We just see what is the meaning of commit to make the changes in permanent into the database, whatever changes we are doing. So this commit command is used. Select is used for retrieval of the data. Insert is used for putting data inside the database. Update is used to update the database. So these are the part of DML, data manipulation language. Create is used for creation of the database or table. Alter command is used to modify the table or table structure. Drop is used to delete the table or database permanently. Let us briefly see what are the syntaxes of these commands. So the syntax of create table, you have to write this command as it is, like create table, and then you have to write the column name, inside it data type, whatever I have wrote inside the angular brackets, that is like you have to give the values there. They are not part of the command itself, but you have to specify. So size and data type constraint you have to specify. So this is what create table construct that you might have learned in your classes. Next command is, that is alter table. So alter table is used to add column into the table, or drop column, delete column from the table, or modify the column name and data type. So these type of things can be done through the alter table. Next command is drop table. So drop table is used for deleting the table or database from the MySQL relational database management. So these are the commands syntax under the DDL, data definition language: create, alter and drop. Like that in DML also we have four commands: select, insert, delete and update. So briefly see the syntax of select. You can write here select, and then star means for all column names. If you want, you can give the list of columns comma separated which you want to select and display. Distinct keyword is used to display the distinct values. If you want to write any expression, you can also write that. From, then you need to write the table name. So these two things must be required, but where is optional, which is used for specifying the condition, order by column name, ascending or descending. Now order by clause is used to order the result in ascending or descending order based on the column. If you specify multiple columns comma separated, then what will happen? It will take first column into account. Then if both the values are matching for first column, it will go for the second column. So like that, select command construct. Next is what? Insert command. Next, insert command is used to insert the data. The syntax is insert into table name, column list, values, value 1, value 2. As per the column, you have to specify values here. Date and string values are always given inside the quotes. Single quotes or double quotes, both are allowed. Next one is the delete command. So delete command is used for, okay, fine. Update command. So update command is used to update the data inside the table. So you have to write the update, then you need to write table name, set column name equal to value, comma, column name equal to value. So if you want to specify multiple columns or update multiple columns value based on some conditions, so where is used to specify the condition. Now last command is remaining, that is delete. So delete command is used to delete the data from the table. So delete from table name, then where condition. So the condition is very necessary for update and delete, otherwise that updation or deletion will happen for all the rows in the table. So you have to be very particular while writing update and delete commands. Let us move to the example. So first question is, observe the following table, answer the question that follows. Okay, fine. Let us see the question. Write the name of the most appropriate column which can be considered as candidate key. So for finding out the candidate key, you have to have the definition of candidate key in your mind, that it should not have any null values. First, null values are not allowed. And the next one is what? It should not have no duplication. No duplication. So if any column or set of column is satisfying these two parameters, like no null values, okay, and no duplication, then you can say that is a candidate key. So here you can find visitor ID can be a candidate key because there you cannot find any duplication. Contact number can also be the candidate key because numbers are always unique. Visitor name may repeat because two persons may have the same name. So their visitor ID and contact number will become the candidate key. What is primary key? Primary key is the one of the candidate keys selected as in primary key. So primary key will also satisfy both of these conditions. But we can take a rationale in mind that primary key should be easy to compare. So as you can see, visitor ID having less number of digits in it, that's why we will select visitor ID as primary key. So if it is asking like what is the primary key, then we can choose visitor ID as primary key. So let us see the answer. Visitor ID and contact number are two candidate keys are available in this table. Next question, out of the selected candidate key, which one be best to choose primary key? So best to choose primary key is what? Visitor ID. Fine. Next question it is, what is the degree and cardinality of the table? So degree is called number of columns in the table. So how many columns? Columns, fields and attributes all are same. All three names are given to the column only. So we have three columns here. So degree is 3. And what is the cardinality? Number of data rows. You can see here you have how many? 4 data rows. So this is what? Cardinality of the table. Number of data rows are how many? 4. So this is the cardinality. Remember, we will not take header row into account because this is a part of table structure. Let us see the answer. Degree is what? 3 and cardinality is what? 4. Fine. Cardinality is 4 because there are how many rows available? 4 data rows are available. Let us have another question that is saying, insert the following data into attribute visitor ID, visitor name and contact number. So all three columns are present here. Fine. Respectively in the given table visitor, where visitor ID equal to this, visitor name equal to this and contact number equal to this. So how what is the syntax? You might have remembered: insert into table name, then column list. After that you are going to write the values. So let us see the answer for this one. Insert into visitors values. Why we have not wrote the column list? Because we are supplying values for all the columns. In that case, column list will become optional. Otherwise, where to give the column list? After table name, here, before the values keyword. So insert into table name and then values will be specified. Wherever you have the string type, there at that place values must be given inside the quotes. Next question in this question is: write command to remove the table visitor from the database hotel. Remember that to remove the table completely from the database, we need to go for the DDL command. In DDL, there are three commands: create, alter, and drop. So which one to select? Drop. Drop command is used to remove the table permanently. Let us see what is the syntax of that. Drop table, then table name. So that is what is written: drop table and then table name. Next, write query for following. There we have given a table which have ID, name, designation, and salary as an attribute of that table. So the name of the table or relation is called what? Employee. So table is also called relation in relational database. These columns are called fields, attributes, and rows are called tuples, rows, and records. So these are the name given, different name given to the different parts of the table. Rows, what you can say? Row, you can say tuple, or you can say record. I am writing REC. For columns, what you can write? Like attribute, or you can say field, and column is there. Relation is also called what? Table. Relation is also called table, or table is called relation in database. Let us see the first question. Identify the primary key. So I can see what are the column which are satisfying my two conditions. What are those two conditions? No null values. Okay, fine, no null values. And the next one is what? No duplication. No duplication. You can see that ID is satisfying both of these two conditions. So we can make ID as a primary key. Okay. Next question is: find the average salary in the table. So table name is what? Employee. And we know that we have some aggregate functions. What are those aggregate functions? Sum, okay, average, min, max, and we have one more, that is count. So these are the aggregate functions. Now we want the average of the salary. So let us see the answer. Select average cell from employee. We have utilized one of the aggregate function to find out average salary from the table. Okay, fine. Let us go to the next question. Display the number of record for each individual designation. Remember that where you get such type of word like for each. Okay, for each individual designation. So for each is the sign that you have to think, is that the requirement of group by clause, because we have to group the designation and then we need to count how many number of records are there. So let us see the answer. We definitely are using group by clause into that. Select designation and count of designation from employee, group by designation. Fine. So this is how we are going to approach this type of query, which have for each word in that particular definition. Display the number of records. So how can we count how many records are displaying? That is by count designation. Okay, from employee, group by designation. That is what we are going to print. How many time it is going to be present for that uh, designation. So their clerk is coming how many times? 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Manager is coming 2 times. Manager is coming 2 times. Advisor is coming 1 time. So these are the things that is going to display: clerk, and then 3, manager, 2, and advisor 1. So this is what you are going to get output, designation and count of designation. Next is display the number of records along with the sum of salaries for each. Again, you got what? For each individual designation. So number of record along with sum of the salaries. Sum of the salaries also required. So again, we will utilize one more aggregate function that is called sum. Let us see the answer for that. Where number of records are more than one. Now we also have the condition on the group. What is that? Only we want to display the record of those individual designation who has more than one records. Now for putting condition on group by clause, the condition is provided by having clause, not by where clause. So you have to remember that. If you are grouping based on some column, you have to use which clause? Having clause to apply the condition. Let us see the answer. Select designation, count of designation and sum of cell from table employee. Group by designation, having count greater than 1, having count of designation greater than 1. So this is very important query for you people. Please do give great concentration for such type of queries. You have to think over that, on what basis you are going to group and what should be the condition, and wherever you use the group by clause, you are going to use what? Having clause for putting condition on it. Next question is, what is the degree and cardinality of the relation? I already told you, degree is the number of data rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This is what? Cardinality. And what is the degree? Number of columns. So number of columns, how many? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So degree is what? 4. Cardinality is how many? Cardinality is 6. Let us see the answer. Degree is 4 and cardinality is 6. Fine. Moving to the next question. As a database administrator, any 4 of the following queries you have to answer. The table is given. The name of the table is what? Soft drink, which have column name like drink code, drink name, price, calories. Okay, fine. There you have drink code, which is the primary key. By seeing the table, you can identify there is no duplication and no null values in that particular column. Let us see first, identify the attribute that can be called as candidate key. Let us see the answer. Drink code and drink name. Drink name also, all are unique. We can utilize that particular column also for candidate key, because it is also satisfying the condition of no null values and no duplication. But for comparison purpose, searching purpose, primary key is used. So that is better if we have a column which have a smaller value, that is fast to compare. That's why we will go for drink code as primary key of the table. Let us move. What is the cardinality and degree of the table soft drink? So cardinality is how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 data rows are there. So cardinality is 6. How many columns are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 columns are there. So cardinality is 6, degree is 4. Include the following data in the above table. So what does it mean? It means that you have to insert that data inside the table. What is the syntax of insert table? Insert into table name, that is soft drink, where insert into soft drink, then you need to give the column list. So for how many columns you are supplying value? 1, 2 and 3. And how many columns are there in table? There are 4 columns. In that case, you have to write the column list. Then you can write the values. After that, you can write the values inside the parenthesis. So insert into table name soft drink, then column list inside the parenthesis, comma separated. After that, values. Then you are going to write the values. So in that way, this is the answer for your insert table. What is important here? You have to have that in mind. What is the syntax of insert command? Insert command syntax you should be remembering. Next is give the command to remove all the record from the table. So for removing all the record from the table, what delete command is used to remove the records from the table. But remember, we want all the record to be removed. So for that purpose, if we do not specify any condition, it will be applying on all the records. So delete from soft drink, that's it. We don't want where here because we want all the record to be deleted. Next question is, write a query to create the above table with drink code as primary key. Fine. So which command is going to be used to create the table? Create command. Okay. So create table, then table name. So create table, then table name. Create table, then table name. Then we are going to write the column name, data type, size. After that, constraint. Again, same thing is repeated. Column name, data type and size, comma, next column name, data type and size. After that, last column name, data type and size, parenthesis closed and semicolon. Every query in SQL is terminated by semicolon. Next question is, as CD DVD shop has some data, we have this particular table called library. Okay, so based on that, what is the degree and cardinality of the library? How many columns are there in this table? There are 4 columns. So what is the degree? Degree will be 4. How many rows are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is the cardinality? That is 6. Next is identify the best attribute which may be declared as primary key. You can see here, is there any repetition? No. Is there any null values? No. So CD number can be used as a primary key. Fine. For the next third question, insert the following record in the above relation. Which command we are going to use? Insert command. The syntax is insert into table name, then column list, values, and then values. So how many values we are providing? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many columns we have in the table? 4. Now the column list is optional as we are supplying values for all the columns. Let us see insert into table name, values, where we have these values available to us. Next, write an SQL query to display the minimum quantity. Now we are going to display the minimum quantity. Fine, we have the aggregate function. What are those? Sum, average, min, max, okay, and count. So these are also called single row function, multi row functions. They will take multiple rows into the input and give only one output. Minimum quantity we want. So we will take this whole column and put inside this min function. Okay, and which is the minimum value that is going to come as output. So here 14 will be the output. Let us see the answer. Select min quantity from library. Okay, fine. Let us see the next question. Database administrator, you want to count the number of CDs which does not have any price value. Okay, write a query for that. So there is an operator called is null to compare the null values. There are two operators, is null and is not null in SQL. Null is not compared through equal to sign. Remember that null is not compared through equal to sign. So we are going to display the CDs which are having no price value. For that purpose, select star from library where price is null. So where price is null, which record is going to come? This particular record is going to come in the output. Let us see the answer. Select count star. Okay, they are asking for count. So again, aggregate function count star from library where price is null. Fine. Going to the next question. A resident school considering maintaining their inventory using SQL database, and you have given a school database here, roll number, student name, stream, average is given. Based on that, we have some question. Anil want to check whether the table is created properly with respect to the table structure. Which command will be used for him from the following? Okay, fine. What are the commands? Show table, that is going to show the table. Select star from school, that is going to show the data. Describe school, this command is going to describe the structure of the table. And show databases is going to show the databases. So the correct answer is what? That is describe school, or DESC school. Next question. Next, identify the attribute best suitable to be declared as primary key. So roll number is best suitable to declare as primary key as it has no null values and no duplication. Next question, write the degree and cardinality of the table. Let us count the rows, data rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many rows are there? 8 data rows are there. So that is the cardinality is 8. And how many columns? 4 columns are there in this table school. So the degree is what? 4. Degree is 4, cardinality is 8. Insert the following data into student, roll number, name, student, and average. And average respectively. Remember that we are specifying data only for roll number, name, and average. Fine. We are not specifying data for all the columns. That's why writing column list is necessary. Let us see the answer. Insert into table name, and then we insert into is a part of command. Then we write the table name. Then we write the list of columns to whom we want to supply the values. If we are supplying values for all the columns, this column list is optional. You can write it or leave it. Next, values, and inside parenthesis we can write the values into it. Let us see the next question. Anil want to delete the database MySQL and create a new database, new school. Write the command for it. So for deleting or creating, for deletion, which command is used? It is a job of DDL command, because we are dealing with data definition. So here you have drop command for deletion and create command for creation. So what we write? Drop database, then database name. So drop database MySQL, and the next one is create database my new school. That is what is asked. To create a new database. So for creation of the database and for deletion of the database, both which command is used? Drop or create. For table also, for dropping the table, you need to write drop table, table name, create table, table name. Let us move to the next question. A department store is there which have a store table. It has 4 columns: item number, item name, S code, and quantity. And we have some values available here. Check out the item number. Any repetition is there? No. Any null value is there? No. Okay, fine. Let us see the question. Identify the attribute best suitable to declare as primary key. So this particular item number is satisfying both the conditions of the primary key, because it is having no null values and no duplication. So that item number can be the primary key. Next, write the degree and cardinality. How many rows are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how many data rows? 7. So what is the cardinality? 7. And what is the degree? How many columns are there? 4 columns are there. So degree is 4, cardinality is 7. Insert the following data into attribute, item number, item name, and S code respectively. Again, what you are having here? Only 3 columns. So you have to give the column names. Insert into store and then list of columns. After that, what you need to give? The values. So now I hope you are able to remember the insert command syntax. Insert into table name, column list inside parentheses separated by commas. Then you write the values, and after that, inside parentheses, give the actual values to be inserted inside the table. Going for the next question, if I want to remove the table store from the database my store, write the query for the same. Again, for dropping table permanently from the database, deleting it, what command is used? DDL drop command is used. So drop table store. Okay, drop table store. Let us see the last question. Now if I want to display the structure of the table store, write the query for it. For displaying structure, there is a command called describe. Okay, so DESC is also allowed, or describe complete keyword is also allowed. So you can write describe score, or you can write DESC store. Okay, so both things are okay, both are fine. Moving to the next question, there you have a table called furniture which have some columns in it and a number, okay, item name, item code and quantity. Remember that this number, okay, fine. Let us check, is there any duplication? No. Okay, fine. And no null value, so that can be suited for primary key. Identify the attribute best suited to declare as primary key. So this is the attribute, that is number. Next, if administrator add two more attribute in the table furniture, then what will be the degree and cardinality of the table? So what you are adding? You are adding two more attribute. I told you attribute, column name, column and field all are same. So you are adding two more. Okay, fine. How many are previously? Four are previously. 4 plus 2, how many? 6. So what is the degree now? 6. And what is the cardinality? Cardinality is no change. So let us count the data rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the data rows. So cardinality is 7 and degree is 6. Let us see, administrator want to update the content of row whose number is this one, and item name, dining table, item code 25 and quantity is what? 200. So for which row the updation is required? Where number is 2004. For that, now I hope you are able to figure out which command is used. The command is used from the DML section, that is update, because we want to update the data of that particular record. This is the record where we want the updation. So what is the syntax of the update command? Update table name, set column name value, comma, column name value, comma, column name value, where condition. So we have wrote here update table name furniture, set item name to dining table, item code to 25, quantity to 200, where number is how much? 2004. So it restrict the updation will be happening on this particular record only. So condition is very important while writing the update and delete statements inside SQL. Let us see the next question. Now administrator want to display the structure of the table furniture, name of the attribute and their respective data type that has used in the table. Write the query for that. I already told you to describe the structure, which command is used, describe or DESC, both are okay. So describe furniture, describe then table name. Help the administrator for writing command to remove all the record from the table, that is delete from table name, that is furniture. So what you write? Delete from furniture. So guys, I hope you got something in this video. Thank you very much for patient listening. If this type of video helps you a little bit at least, please do like, share and subscribe this channel. That gives us a lot of energy to work and prepare good content for you people. Have a nice day.